People, just want to come at you with a quick little video because, I've recently stopped drinking, not permanently, just as a little bit of an
Imagine wanting to look good, but in the same time you drink alcohol.
experiment. And I kind of want to, tell you guys a little bit about how that impacted my productivity.
Yeah, before he jumps into it, Vegan Deterioration made a video like a few weeks ago about how glycation is bad, and there was Bart K, and I pointed it out that how Bart K used to be an alcoholic. I just said it. I know he has his science and whatever, but yeah, I just said it, and people in the comment section were instantly jumping that they are binge drinkers and whatever. Like, how can you say that sugar is bad, but in the same time drink alcohol? Like, alcohol is 4 times worse than sugar, man. It's and second thing, it's made out of sugar. Alcohol is always made out of carbs, so people are just so delusional, man.
And things of that nature. So now the reason that I've stopped drinking is specifically because of something called GABA rebound. So as some of you might know, alcohol is a GABA A agonist, right? So that's the mechanism that causes alcohol to inebriate you, make you feel loose, make you feel relaxed. So it's via that
I never had this feeling from alcohol from making me feel loose. I always felt like throwing up.
receptor. But the issue is there's a rebound effect once the drug clears your system, and that usually takes place the next morning, right? That's a hangover. That's GABA rebound. So there's also other mechanisms that cause you to feel hungover,
I never had the hangover.
but that's the main one, right? So there's also the dehydration, maybe lack of sleep, a couple other mechanisms, but
No matter, okay, there were times that I drank like a lot, but I never had next time anything, man. I just woke up and I felt completely normal.
GABA rebound for all intents and purposes.
And just to point it out, I literally when I was around 20, 21, I literally forced myself just to try it out. How does it feel like to be drunk? And I I said that there's no way for me to get addicted to this, man. There's no way. Like, it's so bad, and it just makes me feel so bad, and I threw up, and yeah, it's impossible. And for at least 7, 8 years, I haven't consumed any alcohol except one time when there was this banana bread beer, and I thought I'd give it a try. And even then, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get it, but 100% I'm not gonna be able to take it out of the store because the store, whatever the store, the till, they're gonna tell me that I'm not 18, so I'm not allowed to buy it. And for some reason, the girl at the till was like really nervous that should she give the alcohol. It wasn't like much alcohol in it, but yeah, she was like thinking, should she give me the alcohol or not? And yeah, I was just looking seriously there, and yeah, she gave me. But yeah, I already was over 18. I just know I had this problem always that people asking ID when I'm already passed by 18 by far, man.
Is the main thing that makes you feel shitty. Now, this is really important to keep in mind because it could absolutely destroy any regimen you've built. Now, I know personally I'm a very regimen-oriented person, right? I need a regimen. I need to be locked.
Um, so on top of drinking, you also take like 10 types of illegal substances that maybe they are going to work for 5 years, man. But when side effects appear and you're addicted to these substances, yeah, it's not gonna be nice, man. You're just completely gonna destroy your body, and on top of that, you also drink alcohol.
Locked into some sort of routine, or I won't be able to get things done. No, it's important that you make a diagnosis of yourself. Is this you, or are you able to go out, have
His diet clearly is not really working because his face here looks a little bit bloated. Okay.
have maybe one or two drinks, and be fine the next.
Well, I know on top of taking all of those substances, I also saw a video of him taking Botox. Like, what in the world, man? Botox at this age?
Morning. I know I've been personally honest with myself. Whenever I go out, I don't want to have two drinks. I want to have 20, and that's okay. As long as you know yourself, you can deal with yourself most effectively, right? So don't cope. Don't make up bullshit that you
It sounds like you're coping here.
feel fine when you actually are going through severe GABA rebound. Now, what is this big bad
Why you can't just go to the bar or wherever your friends are and just have a fruit juice? Like, what's wrong with that? Are you like, you're gonna be ashamed that you're not drinking a manly drink or whatever?
GABA rebound actually do? Let's talk specifics. So your body kind of compensates with that chill, relaxed feeling by giving you increased excited
Alcohol consumption, GABA activity, relaxation, alcohol wears off. I have no idea. Rebound effect. Oh, yeah. The reason why I had anxiety after drinking, it's because I always thought this is not the way to live the life, and I knew that these people around me are not my friends, and yeah, I knew that I just have to get out of there. Poor sleep, yeah, probably cortisol spike, yeah, I guess these things happen. But it wasn't that bad as this guy describes it, okay? The worst part of drinking for me, it was that I always felt like throwing up, and it's just bad, man.
ability the next day. And that's going to lead to things like anxiety, higher cortisol levels, just nothing good, nothing conducive for productivity, right? And this is also going to detriment your training, right? Alcohol is very bad for mTOR signaling, right? That's the main growth pathway. So it's literally drinking poison. This stuff is inhibiting your growth, elevating your liver enzymes, just nothing good about it, really. Now, the reason that I was relying on drinking, I made a couple other videos of GABA agonists before. We talked a little bit about baclofen in previous videos.
Don't tell me he's gonna name something positive about alcohol.
We talked about blocking glutamate via pregabalin in previous videos, but they kind of
Oh my days, man.
all have similar flaws.
So he was drinking and taking illegal drugs.
The next morning, the rebound effect is quite brutal. So
Not that, I mean, it is illegal, because if the doctor doesn't prescribe it and you're taking it, and why would you go out of your way to even get something like that? I don't know, you just have to be completely brainwashed and completely down in order to reach out for those things.
there's no real way to become low inhib through substances without severely detrimenting the following day. And some people try to do the worst thing imaginable and combat the rebound by introducing more ethanol into their system, right? But that's just going to delay the inevitability. That's how people become alcoholics, and just a ton of really bad stuff can come from, redosing the next morning to push back that feeling of agony, because it's an inevitability, right? You're not going to fix things by delaying the rebound.
I used to argue with so many friends that I was telling them they should stop drinking. I was already 18, 17, 15, whatever. I was telling them stop drinking. There's no reason for you to drink. And they were like, yeah, but I can't feel good if I don't drink or whatever. Like then why just go to a party where you have to drink in order to feel good? Like, come on, man.
So what I'm going to try
Maybe that's why I stopped going there to just these parties, because I was sober most of the times, and when I wasn't sober, I was just forcing myself just to see. I was just curious, how does it feel like to get drunk, and that happened like 3 times, I guess, and I decided, I'm not doing this again.
to do is something called exposure therapy. So by exposing yourself to awkward scenarios, while you're sober, eventually you're going to get better. Eventually your brain chemistry is going to slightly alter. So once you get over that first hurdle of having horrible nights, being awkward, not wanting to talk to any girls, everything is going to go better, right? You're going to wake up the next day after going out, feel totally fine. Your liver enzymes are going to be healthier. So it really just does make sense. You just have
Yeah, after you destroyed it, it's going to be healthier. Okay.
to commit to the exposure maxing. Now, my issue was never about inhibition. My issue was never, snap my fingers, go talk to a girl. My issue was, kind of seeming a little bit off, right? So you could tell something is a little bit awkward about me, maybe something aspy whenever I'm in the club, when I'm not drunk, right? So that CNS depressant aspect kind of chills me out, makes me
Yeah, maybe just don't go to the club.
a more normal guy, I feel like, if that makes sense. People used to always come up to me and say, you're kind of just standing around, like, like, what the hell are you doing? Sometimes people would think I was literally a worker when I was going out to bars, sober, just trying to experiment a little bit, see how I do. And I would end up having awful nights. Sometimes halfway through the night, I would get something like that, and I would just have to go to the bar and, alcohol max, or else I was just feeling like utter shit. So if you can relate to that, you kind of know what I'm talking about. But I do feel like there is still hope for me to learn how to bar max properly without introducing
Bar max. Why? Why do you need to know how to bar max?
a bunch of substances and a bunch of crazy shit like that, right? Because I really do want to be more productive this year than I was last year. I want to lock in, have a regimen where I'm going to sleep at the same time, waking up at the same time, because I want to pump out a lot more content for you guys. I love making videos, but sometimes if I'm feeling like shit, if I'm feeling like I'm hungover, I'm not going to want to record. And that's a horrible, horrible detriment. That's not something I need in my life. So since I got back from LA, I haven't introduced any substances into my system, besides peptides, roids, that kind of thing. That's never going away. But in terms of, recreational degenerate substances, I really haven't touched anything, or I haven't touched anything at all, rather. So that's going to be really important for bettering my content, bettering my schedule. So I just kind of wanted to do a quick little rant and talk about why I haven't been, drugs maxing, why I haven't been alcohol maxing. It's because I want to be a productive person, right? So it's been about a month since consumption of alcohol, and my training has been better, my sleep's been better, and I'm just mogging that much harder, like, you know what I mean? So I feel like the trade-off that I'm making is
Man, this is so delusional, man. You just think about mog. Mogging would happen like a consequence anyway. Like, you don't need to force it or whatever.
so optimal. Now that I'm taking some stress off my liver, now that I'm alleviating some of the toxicity from alcohol, I can introduce more Accutane, I can introduce more Anavar, more oral steroids,
There you have it. So he stopped drinking alcohol so he can consume all these drugs.
whatever. And that's going to be conducive to looks maxing, right? Alcohol
Uh, Even if it would work, but it clearly doesn't, even then, let's say it would work, like I said, for like 5 years, and after that the horrible consequences appear and you completely destroyed your organs by taking 10 types of substances for no reason. Yeah, like you act like someone who is like in his I don't know, 70s and has some heart problems, and start taking like 10 types of heart medications that the doctor prescribe. That's exactly what you act like. But instead of that, you think that you don't look good enough or whatever, and these pills are going to help you, or I don't know what else, injections and Botox and whatever.
is going to bloat you to death the next day, make
This is the extent that people go through when they are disgusted by eating our natural diet. And I saw a TikTok of him for some reason. I don't even follow this guy, that appeared on my feed, that he was saying that pasteurized milk is the same as raw milk, okay? Like, get out of here, man.
More subhuman.
This guy is just rage baiting or something.
Whereas these two compounds that I previously mentioned are actually going to looks max you, right? So the trade-off just seems like a no fucking brainer to me at this point. I'm not saying I'll never drink again. I'm sure I will, but it's going to be a little while. So I just
I'm sure I will never drink again.
wanted to make a rambling video. Maybe some of you guys could relate. If you did, maybe leave a subscription or some shit. I don't know how to do a fucking outro, but anyway, that's the end of the video, guys. Now I do my cringe thumbnail.
Yeah, okay, that's enough. That's the video, guys. Thanks for watching.